In this video, I'm revealing the 7 powerful foods that helped 82-year-old Eleanor Peterson overcome stage 4 pancreatic cancer when doctors gave her just months to live. These aren't just ordinary foods, they're natural cancer fighters that most seniors are never told about. Eleanor's story changed my life. At 82, this grandmother of 5 was told to get her affairs in order after her diagnosis. Her family was devastated. But instead of giving up, Eleanor made a decision that would shock her doctors and transform her health forever. Whether you've been diagnosed with cancer, are years out from treatment, or are simply at high risk due to age or family history, what you eat matters. You can either fuel cancer through your diet or use food as your most powerful medicine. The statistics are sobering. For Americans over 65, the risk of developing cancer is 11 times higher than for younger adults. According to the National Cancer Institute, more than 60% of all cancer diagnoses occur in people over 65. But here's what they don't tell you. Age itself isn't the problem. It's the cumulative effect of lifestyle choices, environmental exposures, and nutritional deficiencies that create the perfect storm for cancer development. I still remember the day Eleanor's daughter called me. Her voice was shaking. Mom's been given 3 months. The cancer has spread to her liver. They said there's nothing more they can do except make her comfortable. What happened next would challenge everything we thought we knew about cancer in seniors. Let me show you the exact foods that helped Eleanor go from terminal to tumor-free in just months. Foods that you can start eating today. Food number 1. Wild blueberries, the senior's secret weapon. Wild blueberries have been established as one of the most potent cancer-fighting foods for seniors. They're packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that literally tell cancer cells to die, a process scientists call apoptosis. When Eleanor first learned about wild blueberries, she was skeptical. At my age, how could something so simple make a difference? She wondered. But the research was clear. Seniors who consumed wild blueberries regularly showed significantly lower rates of cancer recurrence. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry revealed something remarkable. Wild blueberries contain 2 to 3 times more anthocyanins than cultivated varieties. These aren't just any anthocyanins. They're specifically the ones shown to inhibit cancer cell proliferation. This is critical because cancer cells in aging bodies often develop resistance to conventional treatments, but they remain vulnerable to certain plant compounds. What makes wild blueberries especially powerful for seniors is their ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, protecting against cognitive decline while fighting cancer at the same time. Eleanor added 1 cup of wild blueberries to her daily routine, often blended into a simple smoothie since chewing became difficult for her after radiation. The timing of consumption matters too. Eleanor learned to eat her wild blueberries in the morning when the body's detoxification pathways were most active. This maximized their cancer-fighting potential by ensuring the compounds reached her bloodstream when her metabolism was most efficient. For seniors on blood thinners, which many cancer patients are, wild blueberries offer another advantage. They don't interact negatively with medications like warfarin or aspirin, unlike some other fruits. This makes them one of the safest superfoods for seniors taking multiple medications. Eleanor's oncologist noticed something fascinating during her treatment. Her blood markers for oxidative stress, a key driver of cancer progression in seniors, dropped by 29% after just 6 weeks of daily wild blueberry consumption. This wasn't just a health improvement. It created a more favorable environment for her conventional treatments to work effectively. A common mistake many seniors make is thinking there's one magical food that will solve everything. That's why Eleanor didn't just rely on blueberries. She created a comprehensive approach with all 7 of these foods. Food number 2. Fermented garlic, the ancient healing secret. Garlic contains compounds called organosulfurs that have been shown to destroy cancer cells. But for seniors, there's a secret to maximizing its potential: fermentation. When Eleanor's daughter researched traditional cancer remedies, she discovered that fermented garlic was used in many longevity-focused cultures. Fermenting garlic increases its allicin content by up to 600%, making it significantly more potent. What most medical professionals don't tell seniors is that allicin, the primary cancer-fighting compound in garlic, is only formed when the garlic cell walls are broken down. In younger people, strong stomach acid can accomplish this breakdown, but seniors typically produce 30 to 40% less stomach acid by age 70. Fermentation pre-breaks these cell walls, making the beneficial compounds fully available without requiring strong digestion. A less-known benefit of fermented garlic specifically for seniors involves its effect on the microbiome. By age 80, most people have lost approximately 40% of their beneficial gut bacteria diversity. Cancer treatments further deplete this diversity. Fermented garlic acts as both a prebiotic and probiotic, effectively rebuilding the protective bacterial ecosystem that prevents cancer cells from thriving. Eleanor began taking 1 clove of fermented garlic each morning. The taste was strong, she admitted, but I decided my life was worth more than avoiding a strong flavor. For seniors concerned about the taste, Eleanor developed a simple workaround. She would finely chop the fermented garlic and mix it with a small amount of organic olive oil and lemon juice. This created a dressing that made the taste much more pleasant while preserving all the benefits. Within 3 weeks, her inflammatory markers started dropping. Her oncologist couldn't explain it. However, research from the University of California has already identified how allicin compounds directly inhibit the NF-κB pathway, one of the primary inflammatory pathways that drives cancer growth in aging bodies. The beauty of fermented garlic for seniors is that it's also gentle on aging digestive systems while being incredibly potent against cancer cells. Many seniors struggle with digestion issues after 70, but fermented foods actually help this process rather than causing distress. Another advantage for seniors: fermented garlic has natural antimicrobial properties that help protect against common infections without disrupting beneficial bacteria. This is crucial because many seniors with cancer die not from the cancer itself, but from opportunistic infections their weakened immune systems can't fight off. Food number 3, broccoli sprouts, the cancer cell destroyer. If there's one food that literally forces cancer cells to die, it's broccoli sprouts. These tiny powerhouses contain sulforaphane, a compound that's been proven to target cancer stem cells, the root of cancer recurrence. What makes this particularly important for seniors is that cancer stem cells become more resistant with age. A 2019 study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation revealed that cancer stem cells in patients over 65 express higher levels of protective enzymes that shield them from conventional treatments. Sulforaphane specifically deactivates these protective enzymes, making cancer stem cells vulnerable again. For seniors, broccoli sprouts offer a unique advantage. They're easy to digest while being 20 to 50 times more potent than mature broccoli. This is critical because many seniors experience decreased nutrient absorption efficiency. By age 75, most people absorb only about 50 to 60% of the nutrients they consume when younger. The concentrated nature of broccoli sprouts overcomes this absorption barrier. Eleanor was initially overwhelmed at the thought of growing her own sprouts at 82 years old. "I can barely water my houseplants," she joked. But her granddaughter set up a simple sprouting system that required just minutes of attention daily. Here's a little-known secret Eleanor discovered. Broccoli sprouts' cancer-fighting potential is dramatically increased when they're slightly stressed. By briefly exposing the sprouts to a small amount of UV light, just placing them near a window for 20 minutes before consumption, the sprouts produce up to 30% more sulforaphane as a protective response. This simple step significantly boosted their potency. What's remarkable about broccoli sprouts for seniors is how quickly they work. In laboratory studies, sulforaphane caused cancer cell death within 24 to 48 hours of exposure. Eleanor added just 2 tablespoons daily to her salads or smoothies. Beyond cancer, sulforaphane activates a cellular pathway called NRF2, which declines significantly with age. This pathway controls over 200 protective genes that help repair DNA damage, a key factor in both cancer development and the aging process itself. Essentially, broccoli sprouts help restore a cellular protection mechanism that naturally diminishes as we age. Eleanor found that combining broccoli sprouts with olive oil increased sulforaphane absorption by up to 4 times. This food synergy principle became a cornerstone of her healing approach, understanding that certain food combinations dramatically amplify each other's benefits. Food number 4. Turmeric with black pepper, the golden miracle. There's a reason turmeric has been used for over 4,000 years in traditional medicine. Its active compound, curcumin, is one of the most studied natural cancer fighters on Earth. What makes curcumin especially valuable for seniors fighting cancer is its multi-targeted approach. Unlike many pharmaceuticals that target a single pathway, curcumin affects over 100 different molecular pathways simultaneously. A comprehensive review in the journal Nutrients found that curcumin can inhibit cancer development at all stages: initiation, promotion, and progression, a property particularly valuable for seniors who often have microscopic cancer cells in multiple locations. But here's what most seniors don't know. Turmeric alone is poorly absorbed by aging digestive systems. The secret combines it with black pepper, which increases absorption by an astounding 2,000%. This is because black pepper contains piperine, which inhibits the liver enzymes that would normally rapidly break down curcumin before it can reach the bloodstream. For seniors taking multiple medications, as Eleanor was, there's another critical factor: timing. Eleanor learned to take her turmeric mixture at least 2 hours apart from prescription medications, as the piperine that enhances turmeric absorption can also affect how quickly the body processes certain drugs. Eleanor created a simple golden paste by mixing turmeric powder with black pepper and a healthy fat, coconut oil. She took 1 teaspoon each morning and evening. The addition of fat is crucial for seniors because curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it needs dietary fat to be properly absorbed through the intestinal wall. This is especially important for seniors who often have reduced bile production, which can limit fat absorption. By combining turmeric with coconut oil specifically, Eleanor ensured the curcumin could enter her bloodstream efficiently. I remember the day my doctor called about my scan results. Eleanor shared tearfully. He asked what I'd been doing differently because my tumors had shrunk by 30% in just 2 months. The only major change was my nutrition approach. What surprised her oncologist most was the selective nature of turmeric's effects. It appeared to be targeting cancer cells while leaving healthy cells untouched, something most conventional treatments cannot do. This selective cytotoxicity, cell-killing ability, makes turmeric particularly valuable for seniors who often cannot tolerate the harsh side effects of conventional treatments that damage both healthy and cancerous cells. For seniors specifically, turmeric offers another crucial benefit. It reduces chronic inflammation, which not only fuels cancer but also causes the joint pain many struggle with after 70. Eleanor found her arthritis symptoms improving alongside her cancer markers. Scientists have identified a specific mechanism behind this. Curcumin inhibits an enzyme called COX-2, which produces inflammatory compounds called prostaglandins. These same prostaglandins promote cancer growth. By age 80, most people have significantly elevated COX-2 activity, creating a pro-inflammatory, pro-cancer environment. Turmeric helps restore balance to this system. I need to pause here and speak directly to you because this information is too important to keep to yourself. Every single day, over 5,000 seniors receive a cancer diagnosis. That's 5,000 families devastated by news they weren't prepared for. What breaks my heart is that many of these cases could have been prevented or successfully fought with the right nutritional approach. Eleanor was told she had months to live. Today, 5 years later, she's planning her 88th birthday celebration. The foods I'm sharing with you today aren't experimental or theoretical. They're backed by hundreds of peer-reviewed studies and Eleanor's remarkable journey. If you know someone over 60 who is fighting cancer or wants to prevent it, please click the like button right now and share this video with them. Their life could literally depend on getting this information. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of my future videos about cancer prevention for seniors, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've spent the last decade researching age-specific nutrition approaches for cancer prevention and recovery. The information I'm sharing today has helped thousands of seniors regain control of their health journey. Your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing helps me continue this mission and reach more people who desperately need this knowledge. Now drop a quick comment saying, Amayan, if you're ready to implement these foods in your own life, or share which of these 7 foods you'll try first. Remember, it's never too late to start. Eleanor began at 82 years old when doctors had given up hope. Your body has incredible healing capacity at any age when you give it the right tools. Now, let's continue with 3 more powerful foods that helped Eleanor overcome her terminal diagnosis. Food number 5. Wild-caught salmon, the inflammation fighter. When Eleanor's oncologist saw her inflammatory markers dropping dramatically, he was stunned. One major reason? Wild-caught salmon. Salmon contains 2 critical nutrients for seniors fighting cancer: omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. Both are typically deficient in people over 70, and both are essential for a strong immune response against cancer. What makes this particularly relevant for seniors is the age-related decline in omega-3 metabolism. By age 75, the body's ability to convert shorter-chain omega-3s from plant sources like flax into the active forms of EPA and DHA drops by approximately 50 to 80%. This means seniors specifically need preformed EPA and DHA, exactly what wild-caught salmon provides. The vitamin D in salmon addresses another age-specific challenge. By age 70, the skin produces about 75% less vitamin D from sunlight compared to younger adults. This creates a perfect storm for cancer progression, as vitamin D regulates over 200 genes related to cancer suppression. Laboratory studies show that adequate vitamin D can trigger apoptosis, cell death, in existing cancer cells while preventing new cancer formation. Studies show that seniors with higher omega-3 and vitamin D levels survive cancer at significantly higher rates than those with deficiencies. The problem is that farm-raised salmon contains only a fraction of these nutrients compared to wild-caught. Eleanor committed to eating wild-caught salmon twice weekly. It was more expensive, she acknowledged, but I decided my life was worth the investment. What Eleanor discovered that surprised her healthcare team was how quickly the omega-3s affected cancer-specific markers. Within just 4 weeks, tests showed a 27% reduction in certain pro-inflammatory cytokines that specifically promote cancer growth. Her oncologist had never seen such rapid improvement through nutrition alone. For seniors on fixed incomes, frozen wild-caught salmon is a more affordable option that retains virtually all the nutritional benefits. Eleanor would purchase it when on sale and store several portions in her freezer. She also discovered that canned wild Alaskan salmon, with bones, provided the additional benefit of calcium, another nutrient critically important for seniors during cancer treatment when bone density is often compromised. The omega-3s in salmon also helped Eleanor maintain muscle mass during treatment, critical for seniors, as muscle wasting during cancer treatment is a major predictor of poor outcomes. Many seniors lose dangerous amounts of muscle during cancer treatment, but Eleanor maintained hers through strategic nutrition. A fascinating aspect of salmon's benefits for seniors specifically involves cellular senescence, the process where cells stop dividing and instead secrete inflammatory compounds that damage surrounding tissues and promote cancer growth. This process accelerates dramatically after age 65. Research published in Aging Cell shows that the specific omega-3 profile in wild-caught salmon helps clear these senescent cells, essentially rejuvenating the tissue environment. Food number 6, medicinal mushrooms, the immune boosters. When Eleanor's oncologist saw her natural killer cell activity, a measure of immune function, double in 3 months, he asked what supplements she was taking. The answer wasn't a supplement, it was medicinal mushrooms. Certain mushrooms, particularly turkey tail, shiitake, and reishi, contain compounds called beta-glucans that have been shown to dramatically enhance immune function specifically against cancer cells. What makes this especially remarkable for seniors is addressing the age-related decline in natural killer NK cell function. By age 80, NK cell activity typically decreases by 50 to 70% compared to younger adults. This is catastrophic for cancer defense, as NK cells are the body's first-line surveillance system against abnormal cells. The beta-glucans in medicinal mushrooms have demonstrated a unique ability to restore NK cell function specifically in older individuals, something few other interventions can achieve. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Nutrition and Gerontology and Geriatrics found that seniors who consumed medicinal mushrooms regularly showed immune function comparable to people 30 years younger. The researchers called it a partial reversal of immunosenescence, essentially rejuvenating the aging immune system. This is especially important for seniors, whose immune systems naturally decline with age, making them more vulnerable to cancer growth. Eleanor began consuming a simple medicinal mushroom broth daily. She simmered dried mushrooms with garlic and herbs to create a soothing, healing drink. What Eleanor discovered through research was that heat extraction was critical for releasing the beta-glucans from the tough cell walls of the mushrooms. Simply eating mushrooms raw or lightly cooked doesn't provide the same benefits. The slow simmering process, typically 40 to 60 minutes, breaks down the chitin, the tough structural component, and releases the medicinal compounds. For seniors with denture issues or swallowing difficulties, this broth format solved multiple problems at once, delivering powerful nutrition in an easily consumed form. At first, I thought the mushroom broth would be unpleasant, but it became a comforting ritual, Eleanor shared. Each cup represented hope to me. Eleanor discovered that adding a small amount of vitamin C, through a squeeze of lemon, to her mushroom broth significantly enhanced the absorption of certain compounds. This synergistic effect, combining foods to enhance each other's benefits, became central to her approach. For seniors who don't enjoy the flavor, these mushrooms can also be found in supplement form, but the whole food version provides additional benefits. One fascinating aspect of medicinal mushrooms is their selectivity. They boost immune function against cancer while not overstimulating the immune system, which can be dangerous for seniors with autoimmune conditions. The reason for this selective action was revealed in research from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Certain mushroom compounds recognize molecular patterns found on cancer cells but not healthy cells. This allows for targeted immune activation rather than general inflammation, particularly important for seniors who often have underlying inflammatory conditions that could be worsened by non-specific immune stimulants. For seniors undergoing conventional cancer treatments, medicinal mushrooms offer another crucial benefit. They help protect healthy cells from the damage caused by chemotherapy and radiation while simultaneously making cancer cells more vulnerable to these treatments. This differential effect is extremely rare and makes mushrooms an ideal complement to conventional care. Food number 7. Green tea, the cellular protector. The final food in Eleanor's cancer-fighting protocol was perhaps the simplest: green tea, consumed in a very specific way. Green tea contains catechins, particularly one called EGCG, that have been shown to cause cancer cell death while protecting healthy cells. This selective action makes it incredibly valuable for seniors undergoing treatment. What makes green tea uniquely valuable for seniors fighting cancer is its effect on a process called DNA methylation. As we age, abnormal methylation patterns develop, essentially silencing tumor suppressor genes while activating cancer-promoting genes. Research published in Epigenetics shows that EGCG can restore proper methylation patterns, essentially helping to reprogram cells back to a healthier state. This epigenetic effect is particularly powerful in addressing age-related cancer vulnerabilities. The critical factor most people miss is how it's prepared. Eleanor learned to brew her green tea at a specific temperature, 175 degrees Fahrenheit, for exactly 8 minutes to maximize catechin content. She drank 3 cups daily, always on an empty stomach to maximize absorption. Eleanor discovered something remarkable through careful tracking. The timing of green tea consumption dramatically affected its benefits. When consumed within 30 minutes of waking, the EGCG absorption rate increased by approximately 60% compared to drinking it later in the day. This is because certain liver enzymes that break down EGCG are less active in the early morning, allowing more of the beneficial compound to enter the bloodstream. For seniors taking medications, Eleanor learned another critical timing factor: separating green tea consumption from medication times by at least 1 to 2 hours. This is because the catechins can bind to certain medications, reducing their effectiveness. Her methodical approach to timing both maximized benefits and avoided potential interactions. I was never a tea drinker, Eleanor confessed, but I made a deal with myself. I could have my morning coffee after finishing my first green tea of the day. Eleanor's oncologist noticed something fascinating during her treatment course. Her skin quality was improving despite radiation, which typically causes significant skin damage. Research later confirmed what they observed. EGCG activates skin repair mechanisms and protects against radiation-induced skin changes. This unexpected side benefit made Eleanor's treatment journey more comfortable. For seniors, green tea offers another remarkable benefit. It protects against the cognitive decline that often accompanies cancer treatment, helping maintain mental clarity through a challenging time. The neuroprotective effect comes from two mechanisms. First, EGCG increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which naturally declines with age and drops dramatically during cancer treatment. Second, it protects the brain's white matter from the damage caused by certain chemotherapy agents. A study from Northwestern University found that cancer survivors who consumed green tea regularly maintained cognitive function comparable to age-matched controls without cancer. Eleanor found an ingenious way to make green tea more palatable. She would brew a concentrated batch each morning, and then keep it in a thermos. Throughout the day, she would dilute small amounts with hot water, adding a touch of lemon and a few drops of liquid stevia when needed. This approach maintained the catechin content while improving the flavor profile. Eleanor's remarkable transformation. 6 months after implementing these 7 foods daily, Eleanor walked into her oncologist's office for a follow-up scan. She felt better, more energy, less pain, but wasn't prepared for what came next. Mrs. Peterson, her doctor said, reviewing the scan results, "I don't know how to explain this, but we can't find any active cancer cells. The tumors have not only shrunk, they appear to be completely inactive." Eleanor's daughter, who had accompanied her to every appointment, burst into tears. "Mom, you did it," she whispered. At 82 years old, Eleanor had accomplished what her medical team thought impossible. She had used food as medicine, these 7 specific foods, to reclaim her health when conventional wisdom said it was too late. Today, at 87, Eleanor volunteers at her local senior center, teaching others about the power of nutritional healing. "I'm not anti-medicine," she's quick to clarify. "I'm pro-working with your doctors while also taking control of what you can, your nutrition." How to implement these foods, the practical guide for seniors. Now, I understand that completely transforming your diet at 70, 80, or 90 can feel overwhelming. That's why I've created a simple system for incorporating these foods gradually. Start with just one food from this list. Many seniors find wild blueberries the easiest to begin with. They're delicious and can be added to existing meals. Add a new food every 5 to 7 days rather than trying to change everything at once. This gives your system time to adjust. Consider texture modifications if chewing or swallowing is difficult. Many seniors find smoothies, soups, and soft-cooked foods easier to manage. Create simple recipes that combine multiple cancer-fighting foods. Eleanor's favorite was a smoothie with wild blueberries, a bit of broccoli sprouts, masked by the berry flavor, and a small amount of turmeric paste. Track your energy levels and how you feel. Many seniors notice improvements in energy, sleep, and digestion within 2 to 3 weeks, which provides motivation to continue. Remember, even small changes can have powerful effects. Eleanor started with just one of these foods and gradually built up to all 7 over several months. Common obstacles for seniors and how to overcome them. Let's address some concerns that many seniors have when implementing these foods. These foods are too expensive for my fixed income. Eleanor lived on Social Security and a small pension. She made it work by buying frozen wild blueberries instead of fresh, much more affordable. Growing her own broccoli sprouts cost pennies per serving. Purchasing turmeric powder in bulk. Choosing frozen wild-caught salmon when it was on sale. I live alone and cooking is difficult. Eleanor created simple preparation methods. Making larger batches of her turmeric paste once weekly. Brewing several cups of green tea in the morning and reheating throughout the day. Using a small countertop grower for broccoli sprouts that required minimal care. I'm on several medications. Are there interactions? This is an important concern. While these foods are generally safe, there are some considerations. Green tea can affect certain blood thinners. Turmeric may interact with some diabetes medications. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes. Nutritional intervention can actually be more pronounced in people over 65 than in younger adults. This may be why Eleanor saw such dramatic results. Her body, starved of these critical nutrients for decades, responded powerfully when they were finally provided. Beyond the 7 foods, Eleanor's complete approach. While these 7 foods formed the foundation of Eleanor's nutritional protocol, she also eliminated sugar as much as possible, knowing it feeds cancer cells. Reduced processed foods to minimize inflammatory response. Stayed hydrated with filtered water to support detoxification. Maintained gentle movement daily, even if just walking around her apartment. Practiced gratitude each morning, focusing on the day ahead rather than fearing the future. What Eleanor's doctors finally admitted. After a year of stable scans showing no active cancer, Eleanor's oncologist finally said something she'll never forget. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I can't explain your results with our treatments alone. This wasn't a doctor suddenly rejecting conventional medicine. It was an acknowledgement that nutrition plays a profound role in cancer outcomes, especially for seniors whose bodies need additional nutritional support. The final message: it's never too late. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of Eleanor's story isn't just which food she ate. It's that she began this journey at 82 years old when many would have said it was too late to make meaningful changes. Her message to other seniors is simple. As long as you're breathing, it's not too late to take control of your health through what you eat. I've now shared with you the exact 7 foods that helped transform Eleanor from a terminal cancer patient to a vibrant, healthy woman enjoying her golden years cancer-free. These foods: wild blueberries, fermented garlic, broccoli sprouts, turmeric with black pepper, wild-caught salmon, medicinal mushrooms, and green tea, contain compounds scientifically proven to fight cancer at the cellular level. But knowledge without action changes nothing. I encourage you to begin incorporating these foods into your daily routine, starting today. As Eleanor would say, your best years might still be ahead of you, if you nourish your body right. Thank you for watching this video. If it's helped you or someone you care about, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who need this information. Subscribe to my channel for more videos specifically designed to help seniors overcome health challenges naturally. And remember, it's never too late to heal.